Salute, y'all. Salute. Salute. Drop a one. Drop a one in the chat if y'all could hear me. Drop a one in the chat if y'all could hear me. Let me read my copyright disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. What that means is that everything that you hear in this demonstration is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Drop a one, y'all. Drop a one if y'all can hear me. Drop a one.
Sean Diddy Combs is back in a New York courtroom, marking a third attempt to be released on bail in his sex trafficking case. He's been in jail since his arrest in September, and today's hearing is happening as Combs' lawyers are accusing prosecutors of manipulating a disturbing video, one that you've probably seen. It's the one that shows him brutally attacking his then girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, in a hotel hallway back in 2016. CNN's Elizabeth Wagmeister is live in Los Angeles. Elizabeth, does the Combs team have a strong case here to make, especially in light of these recent allegations that he's been making calls from behind bars that could be seen to influence maybe witnesses?
Look, Brianna, so Combs' team says that those allegations about those phone calls and tampering with witnesses from behind bars, they say that that is not true. They are denying all of that. There have been filings flying left and right. Today, we've had two new filings. Last night, there was an additional filing where they spoke about that video that you just referenced, Brianna. So Combs' team, they are working very hard to try to get him released. As you said, this is going to be his third bail hearing. We'll see if third time's a charm. But right now, what we see here is some screenshots from that disturbing video that our team broke here at CNN. Now, what Combs' team is saying in this filing is that prosecutors, they claim that they submitted a version of that video that our team released. Now, we have not seen that alleged video that prosecutors submitted to the court for these bail proceedings. We don't know what was in them, but Combs' team is saying it's edited, that they left out some of the material, that it's out of order, and they are taking issue with that. Now, I want to read you part of what Combs' team said in that filing, Brianna. They say, quote, the video is not evidence of a coerced freak-off and sex trafficking, but rather a sad glimpse into a decade-long consensual relationship between Mr. Combs and Ventura. So they are categorizing this as a sad moment within a consensual relationship. I think what you saw, Brianna, what I saw, what the world has seen now, is that video depicts a horrific, violent attack against a woman. Now, we do not know what happened behind closed doors. The footage that we have seen occurs in the hallway of that hotel room. But what happens in the hallway of that hotel room, according to the footage that our team obtained and released earlier this year, again, is Combs dragging Ventura, kicking her, throwing a vase towards her, a glass vase towards her. So we will see what the judge has to say. But right now, Combs in a courtroom, the third attempt to get out, before his criminal trial. Remember, Brianna, his criminal trial is set for the spring of next year, and he has been denied bail twice. He is trying to get out as he awaits that trial.
Yeah, that may be a tough sell.
Drop a 1 if y'all can hear me. Drop a 1. Salute to the chat. Drop a 1 if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Okay, good. Salute Positive Vibes. Salute Tommy. Salute Cotan. Salute y'all. So now I sat back. First, what do y'all think about that video? I sat back for a minute because I really wanted to look at the video in all different kind of angles. At first, I was looking at it from the prosecutor's side. At first I was looking at it like, damn, that don't look good. Baby Oil Man, is attacking her. Baby Oil Man is throwing things at her. Baby Oil Man dragged her back to the room. Baby Oil Man held her against her own will. That's how I was looking at it at first, from the prosecutor's angle. All right. Now, we know in any criminal case, you got the prosecutor's angle, then you got the defense angle. Now I'm looking at it from the defense angle. The defense is looking at it as far as it's showing a violent attack. They never distinguished, or they never tried to shy away from him attacking her. However, from the defense angle, the defense is saying that the case that the feds got against Baby Oil Man, that video is not concrete evidence because the feds is using that videotape for the indictment against Baby Oil Man, and in that indictment, the case of the racketeering as well as the SA. In that video, you can't say that he SA'd her. In that video, you can say that he assaulted her. You definitely can say that he assaulted her. Also, in that indictment, they saying that he was driving, he was participating in the act of prostitution. In other words, he was coercing her into having sexual relations because according to her, that's what he was doing. However, just off of that video, now when we look at that video, we see, yeah, he is attacking her. He did assault her. So what the defense is saying, that video is edited. It's more to it, but the feds, they edited and they made it out to be what you see. And we went through this for all my Shanquella Robinson people. We went through that, and we're going through that in the Shanquella Robinson case. They're saying that it's more footage. That footage that we only see, the main aggressor attacking Shanquella, they saying that it's more footage to that. Salute Zena. So this is what Baby Oil's Man defense team is saying, that, the video is edited, it's more to it. What could possibly be more to it? What could possibly be more to it? So should the feds had picked this case up, not saying that they don't got a case against them as far as other things that's in the indictment, But and y'all let me know, should this be a state case? Should the state be bringing charges against Baby Oil Man from that video? But according to the state of California, the statute of limitations ran out. So maybe that's why the feds picked it up. Then just like we know that only a few people beat the feds, but there's people that have took the feds to trial and beat them. Not many, but there have been, people that took the feds to trial and beat them. Is this case against Baby Oil Man, is it a solid case? What y'all think? Is this a solid case? Is the feds playing around with it? Give me a minute. I'm going to pull up the indictment. Is this a solid case? And also, I dropped the link if somebody want to hit the panel. Give me a minute, y'all. Let me get this indictment. Positive Vibe says it all depends on what the feds got on him. There's so much, man. Okay, so they got Sean Combs charged in Manhattan federal court with sex trafficking and other federal offenses. See, this in the defense, on the defense thing, because remember, the defense had been trying to get them, they won't even release the names. So how can you have a case? How can you be bringing charges against my client? This is defense talking that. Okay, we need to see, who's in the indictment. We need to see who's these alleged victims. It's certain things that even the feds can't keep from the defense team. Certain things they got to release. U.S. Attorney Damian Williams said, as alleged in the indictment, for years, Sean Combs used the business empire he controlled to sexually abuse and exploit women, as well as to commit other acts of violence and obstruction of justice. Today, he is charged with racketeering and sex trafficking offenses. If you have been a victim of Combs, all right, so let's just stop right there. He's charged with racketeering and sex trafficking offenses. Says, today we shatter any false notion of impunity as we uncover the defendant's alleged pattern of manipulation, exploitation, and outright abuse. Make no mistake, we are here today only because of the unwavering strength of victims and witnesses who have already endured unspeakable hardships. I commend them for their courage and urge anyone who believes they are a victim of sex trafficking to contact HSI. And then also allegedly, Baby Oil Man then took over the jail. Allegedly, Baby Oil Man got the inmates, cleaning his room for him. I mean, let's keep it 100. We talking about Baby Oil Man. So it ain't nothing for the inmates to want to get on good terms with Baby Oil Man. Y'all know how it go. That's just how it go in jail. That's how it go in prison. It ain't nothing for somebody that's locked up to clean your cell. And I mean, we talking about Baby Oil Man. So, they trying to get in where they fit in. Positive Vibe says, Lord, Baby Oil Man, the hottest booty in jail right now. But you know what though? If honestly, Baby Oil Man, make no mistake about it. And Gene Deal even said this. And a lot of other solid dudes that's been around Baby Oil Man ain't no chump. Baby Oil Man ain't no chump. So Baby Oil Man gonna use this situation the same way as he used any other situation. He gonna manipulate the situation. You might got one dude in there that might be on some rah-rah-ish with Baby Oil Man. You might got a couple dudes in there that might be on some rah-rah-ish with Baby Oil Man. But it's the majority of the people that's in there, the majority of them, they trying to get something out of Baby Oil Man. Trust me. Then we got to look at it like this. Shit, his get down is already, giving up the booty. His get down is already clapping them cheeks. So you on to something Positive Vibes. He is the hottest booty in jail right now. He gonna fit right in. He having a field day up in there. He having a field day. But most and foremost, he gonna use his head. Because Baby Oil Man trying to get up out of there. But while he in there, he gonna do what any jailbird gonna do. He gonna program. He gonna program. He gonna check the temperature. Best believe they ain't gonna let nothing happen to Baby Oil Man. We talking about Baby Oil Man. But it's that video. I want to go back. And I want to really dissect everything that they saying, y'all. Let's go back.
Sean Diddy Combs is back in a New York courtroom, marking a third attempt to be released on bail in his sex trafficking case. He's been in jail since his arrest in September, and today's hearing is happening as Combs's lawyers are accusing prosecutors of manipulating a disturbing video, one that you've probably seen. It's the one that shows him brutally attacking his then girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, in a hotel hallway back in 2016. CNN's...
See, where did they get the video from? How long have they had the video? How long did they have that video? Where did they get the video from? And why was it released after he settled out of court for $30 million? Y'all see how the play played out? Y'all see how the play played out? Now she settled out of court for $30 million. I'm gonna let my co-host Tommy weigh on this. Salute, Tommy.
Salute, Shank Rock. Salute, everybody. How everybody doing? Can you hear me, Shank?
Yeah, you sound good.
All right. Shank Rock, you know, Diddy, he, like the stuff I noticed, I know what you hear on the news, right? And the Cassie thing, right? It's a smoke screen. So, you know, because it don't have nothing to do with nothing.
That's what I said. Go ahead, Tommy. That's what I said. Go ahead.
When they locked Diddy up, before they even arrested him, they already decided they wasn't giving him a bond, right?
Yep, that's facts.
I mean, if his name was Eric McIntosh, we know he would be out.
That's facts.
Because Diddy don't have a criminal record. He not charged with no crimes of violence. And all of that stuff that they were saying about Diddy for why they deny him bond is something anybody could do. Mm-hmm. Anybody, like, bro, any this could apply to anybody. You could apply this stuff to anyone. All right, but the thing is, right, they said, well, why didn't he get treated like that Jeffries guy? You know, the Abercrombie and Amy Abercrombie, what
Abercrombie and Fitch.
Yeah, I think it was one of the CEOs or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was like, well, you know, they let him out. And I'm like, bro, if you got that mindset, listen, you're gonna be disappointed. Yo, don't get caught up in that system right there and expect that you're gonna get any kind of fairness. Listen. In public opinion, did he belong in jail? All right, that Cassie thing, he not even charged with that, but they keep. But what I'm telling you is, many men kick the butts of their woman and get locked up. They all get a bail. Okay, that's not why they not giving Diddy a bail. All right, they not giving Diddy a bail because they don't need to give him a notion that he gonna be able to fight. See, if they give Diddy a bail, right, then he could put some of his worries to rest for a minute. Like, Diddy don't just gotta worry about fighting the case. At this moment, family, they stealing all of his stuff because he not there to protect it.
Facts.
So, like, he not only fighting his case, he fighting the sharks. And then you top that off with he only really get 300 minutes a month on the phone. But listen, somebody on the deck got a phone that he use.
Facts.
Trust me.
Facts.
All right. All right, listen, when I'm at, somebody on deck got a phone that I use. I don't use that phone right there. So you know he got
facts. Facts.
Listen, let me tell you something about him in prison. You ain't got to worry about Diddy in prison. He's straight. He's super straight. Let me tell you, he ain't gonna never have to throw a punch. You know why? The toughest dudes around, you know what they gonna tell you? He with me.
Facts.
He with me. That's what the toughest dudes around gonna tell you about Diddy. He with me. Bro, you know why? They can beg him for something.
That's facts.
They don't care what he done. They can beg him for something. All right, look, Diddy could put $1,000 on each one of their books. Bro, do you know they'll be going to commissary for 8 months, 10 months with that?
I'm mad.
All right, look. They not letting Diddy out of jail. All right, that's not happening. He not going to get out of jail until he finishes his sentence, unless he got some extremely good information. You know, and you saying, and people said, yo, I think Diddy told on that Jeffries guy. And I'm like, bro, listen, that Jeffries guy was under investigation the same time Diddy was under investigation. All right? Because what you think Diddy told on him and they just ran and locked him up? That's not how the feds operate. They would have took Diddy information about him. All right? They would have passed it on. And they would have got around to him. But listen, if they arrested him, that was already in motion.
That's facts.
All right, it wasn't behind nothing Diddy said. But I'm telling you, if Diddy know about it, you know, he telling him what they know, what he know about it. Maybe Diddy know something that they don't know. Maybe Diddy know a bigger player.
That's facts.
You understand where I'm coming from? Look, family, when you a black man in America, you're not getting no equality. Get that out of your head. Get that out of your mind. You ain't getting no kind of equality. All right? You're going to have to be good. All right? Because you better know. You better know if you get jammed up and you go in that system, they going to show you. If you were putting your case up against the case of somebody that don't look like you, listen, your case going to always come with a stiffer penalty.
All the time.
Always. Family, look, as a black man here in America, you better know they built that cell for you and your son. That's who they built that cell for. They built that cell for me and my son. That's who they built themselves for. Yo, it's their system. They built that. I hope you don't think they built it for them and their sons.
Tommy, no. let me just slide in for a second. I gotta bring Brother Nazir in for a minute. Hold tight, Tommy. Salute, Brother Nazir. Salute, Brother Nazir. Slide in, Brother Nazir.
Salute, Nazir.
Peace, good brothers. How y'all doing this evening?
Pretty good.
You know, everything the good brother was saying, you know, resonates, and you know, facts to me, you know, real shit. But this system is their system, and we need to understand also, if you look back at all those who were executives having their own business, they don't allow us to, you know, to leave clean. They don't do that. They don't allow that when it comes to us. You're not going to get out clean because you didn't go in clean. So how you gonna get out clean? And I keep stressing this to our people in particular. They do the dirt with you to get the dirt on you. Everything dude was doing, they know he was doing it because they was doing it with him and they sanctioned it. They groomed him to do it.
That's facts.
You know, and he's not going to get out clean, and his constituents is not going to get out clean. Everybody that's associated with him. You think they're going to allow us to have generational wealth? Not going to happen. Unless we change something. See, I don't understand how some of us will have it made as far as how they got their come up, and they'll make a deal with them. I'm going to go to the left real quick, but Jay-Z, he didn't go to Def Jam for no recording deal. He went there for a distribution deal. A distribution deal is the equivalent of putting them on a block, selling his shit. But how could you go from, excuse my language, but how could you go from putting them on the block to where he at now. It's because he wanted to have nearness to them and to be like them when he was already in the hundreds of millions. With Rockefeller, the way it was before he started making these other deals, he already had hundreds of millions. But when you allow people to come and whisper in your ear and then break you away from how you establish yourself and making you think that their grass is greener, and then having you know, it's the choices that they make. I'm gonna sum it up like that. It's the choices that they make. Now, back in the 90s, did a lot of protection. I used to protect artists back in the 90s. Not Dude, but I used to protect artists. And I was around Dude a few times. And I didn't like the atmosphere. I used to get the artists, take them to the gig, and take them back, make sure they got back home safe. That was my job. I didn't do the partying and stuff. But these dudes did dirt with these people. They know they did it because they was there doing it with them. But because they are the so-called quote-unquote big hats, as much money as Diddy has, he's a peon.
Yep.
As much money as he had, he's a peon.
That's facts.
As a billionaire, he's a peon. And they knew he was doing what he was doing. But before, you know, they got tired of him, and they said it's time. That's just it. It's just time to break their tool because they're done with him. It's time. They break their tools when they're done with them. When they finish using you, they break you. You're not going to be a tool that they use collecting dust in the shed. They break them. Everything, they got the evidence on him. A lot of that evidence, a lot of that stuff is a self-inflicted wound by recording every damn thing. They got him because they always had him.
Let me just slide in because I want to build off what you said, and then I'm gonna let you come in, Tommy. Salute, Nola. When Baby Oil Man, when P. Diddy, when he went, he started talking about the black agenda and politics, and he said he was going to finance it. I done that demonstration about 2 months ago. He was going to finance it. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, brother Nazir.
No, I said yes, sir. I was just agreeing with you.
Yeah, he said he was going to finance it. And I remember, I can't remember if it was 2 years ago or 3 years ago. It was at a black award show, and P. Diddy was up there talking his pro-black stuff, and he was going hard in the paint. And I said to Miss Parker, I said, they gonna come for P. Diddy. And when it was time for them to go on commercial, it was time for them to, because they was running over time. And they,
yes, sir.
They was telling them, it was like, we gotta go to commercial, we gotta go to break, we gotta go off air. And he said, no, we're gonna stay right here. I'll pay for it, I'll pay the bill. We're gonna stay right here. I said, I said, you flexing.
That's right.
I said, you flexing, but you flexing too hard. And it's something that me, you, and the brother Tommy, and any and everybody else know, us that came up, we know you can't flex your muscle all the time. You can't, you gotta be careful who you go to war with. Some
Yes, sir.
some wars you got to say, I don't want no part in that.
But my brother, when they gave him the so-called power that he think that he has, they will make you, they will allow you to come up only to look down on your own, never to get to their level. And when you think you're at their level, they're going to chastise you, they're going to spank you, and they're going to humble your ass because you didn't humble yourself in their presence.
Yes. Yes.
There's no comfortable place for our people in this system, but some of us trying to find a nice, snuggly, comfortable place. And they will. See what they did? You see what they did to Nick Cannon when he spoke to Griff?
Yes. Yes.
When he had Griff on Cannon's class?
Yes. Yes.
They humbled him.
Shut him down.
And when Damon John had something nice to say about the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, what did they say to him? Do Farrakhan pay black entertainers? That was a rhetorical question because they know who pay black entertainers. Them. Then Damon John went and made an apology, all because he said how nice the minister spoke at DMX funeral. They won't even allow him to say that.
Nope.
He had to apologize for saying something nice about the minister.
And let me slide in, brother Nazir, and because I gotta let Tommy come back in. And even to this day, you know, DJ Blad hasn't, and he keep in a couple brothers say a couple of them stopped going on his platform for the because of how he went at the minister, and he was wrong because he quoted the minister. He was wrong. And they said, look, you owe the minister an apology. You was wrong. DJ Blad knew he was dead wrong, but he said, I just can't fathom, I can't see myself apologizing to him. But you wrong. Now, when we make true statements about them,
tell them
statements that are true, we got to not only give a public apology, we got to come out of our pocket. How much money did Nick donate to them that last time around?
Ooh, brother, tell me about it, bro. That was crazy too. He went on an apology tour, and he sat across Abraham Cooper, sat across Nick Cannon as a victim, and knowing the history that our people have. You know what I'm saying? Knowing the history. That's the mockery. So what he was doing was just outright mockery, bro. Brother, that bringing back something, brother. But go ahead.
Yeah, let me let Tommy in because I'm on a 3-minute time. I'm trying to, do the panel, give everybody 3 minutes. But you hold that thought, Nazir. We're gonna come back to you. Let me come to you, Tommy. Where did P. Diddy go wrong at, Tommy?
First of all, Shank Rock, let me tell you something, right? I saw through all of that stuff Diddy was doing. All right, I never bought none of it, just like the government never bought none of it. He was whining. He knew he was getting ready to buck on them people. He was already whining about that deal. He wanted to get the people riled up and get the people behind him because he was getting ready to start screaming racism to them people to make them do what he wanted them to do. Diddy ain't give a damn about none of that stuff he was talking about. He wasn't about to pay for to put no party together. Man, he could care less about any of that. All right? Listen, bro, the man is not about none of that. All right? He not a humanitarian. He not a freedom fighter. He not a fighter for social justice. That is not who Diddy is. All right, he had a mission in mind when he did that. The mission was to apply pressure to these people to get him out of that deal and get him the deal he wanted. He had them people, he was threatening them people. The people was offended. The people thought, I dare you. You know, we treated you good. We was very kind to you. And that's what you think you get ready to do? Listen, Diddy should have just honored the deal. Because as a man, right, you go into a deal. Because I've been there where I agreed to this. But then you get there and you see, hold up, it's all of this. But you already agreed to this. See, you could buck up right here and get upset. But what you're going to do is rob yourself out of further opportunities.
That's facts.
When, as a smart, sound thinking man, you see what's the gain here, fulfill the obligation that you agreed to. All right, boom, yeah, it's plenty. It's more than enough for you to have got a better deal. Okay, you about to get here. I'm about to show out. I'm about to prove that I'm worth it. All right, because when I come back, I ain't expecting this deal right here. You understand? But in the middle of the deal, I can't start whining because I see what's going on and you making all this money. And you know what I'm saying? But for real, I'm building a brand for you. And I agreed to do this under the verbal agreement that y'all was going to do that. And they like, look, we got a good thing going here. You know, won't you just wait until this over with, and then we can talk about that. No. But yo, just family. All I'm saying is, Diddy could have avoided all of this if he would have just been a man about what was going on. Bro, you agreed to this. You ain't gonna change the terms of it now and then go sue these people and then start calling them racist. Bro, you hurt their brand. You understand their investors don't want to be involved with this. Then you the face of it. Okay, now their people want to back out of it. Now they gonna pull their funds. Now these people losing all kinds of money. And on top of that, you want them to pay you. You know who these people are? Bro, the kind of money that they paying you, they not gonna spend nowhere near that kind of money to put the ball in motion to destroy you. Cause bro, all that money they was paying Diddy, yo, they ain't paid nothing. All they did was threaten got the government to threaten a bunch of people. Listen, they ain't cared nothing about the money. They got plenty of money. They made sure Cassie got paid. How you think Cassie got the tape? Cassie could have never got that tape. Cassie could have never got that tape. Yo, you know how long ago that if Cassie could have got that tape, she would have been got that tape. You know how miserable, stuck in some mountain she was with that personal trainer, white boy, and she was just living a jet set life, and she's stuck on this little thing with. If she had that tape, she would have been applied that pressure. She would have been got that bag. Bro, she ain't had no way of getting that tape. They would have told her they ain't know what the hell she was talking about. And if she ain't leave that hotel, they would have security escort her out and have her arrested. That's what they would have told her. You know who came and got that tape and gave it to her? That was to apply the pressure to him. All right, get him sweating. Get them moving around. Get them doing something. Get them making some phone calls. Get them talking to some people. Bro, he ain't cared nothing about what he was talking about. You ever seen that guy? What's his name? What's that guy name? He married to that white lady. Well, he got this television show. I can't think of his name. Not a television show, but a television network. He went on the Breakfast Club, right? And he was supposed to be a freedom fighter for social justice. I already knew this was some nonsense as soon as I seen his wife. But you know how Al Hart go out to anybody that claim racist, and he black. He gonna get black people emotional. You ain't gonna get me emotional. I seen right through that guy. What was he doing the whole time? He was suing them. He was trying to sue them for billions of dollars. Now, since he lost the lawsuit, you ain't heard nothing from him about trying to fight for social justice. So let all of them the same. Listen, you know what I mean? Times I seen that play, but man, Diddy ain't care nothing about what he's saying. He need to get the people emotionally charged up. He seen white folks do this enough.
You talking about Byron Allen, right? Byron Allen?
That's his name. That's his name, bro. Yeah, I'm listening to him, right? And then I seen his wife. This a joke. No man with a white wife can come to me and tell me he fighting for black people. You can't tell me that, bro. Listen, I'm not judging you for being with a white woman. I'm not, bro. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm telling me is that speak to me about your mindset and what you really, how you really feel. And everybody gotta right to feel the way they want. Everybody. I ain't taking away nobody's choice. But the minute I see that, bro, and you trying to tell me you trying to fight for social justice for my people, I know you got a motive. Now I'm looking for your motive. Come to find out you suing these people for billions of dollars, and you need to get black people emotionally charged up. Next thing you know, they running around that little thing, that courthouse that you in, suing these people in with signs and stuff like that in support of you, trying to apply pressure to these cable companies to give you some kind of billions of dollar contract. And they like, yeah, see if we care. See if we care. We the good old boys, and we said no. You ain't gonna beg us to get in here. You ain't gonna get your people out front with picket signs and force us to do nothing. We don't care. Okay, we let you get that far. Now you're getting above yourself. That's what they told him. He came and got everybody. He went to the Breakfast Club to get everybody riled up because he seen them do it before, man. It's a playbook. So when Diddy was doing that, I was scratching my head like, what is going on with Diddy? Okay, because I know personally that Diddy is a junkie and he don't care nothing about no social justice.
Stay right there, Tommy. Tommy, stay right there. I gotta bring Nasir in. Let me read Positive Vibes comment, and then I'm gonna bring you in, Nasir. Positive Vibes says Cassie had help in filing that lawsuit. I think people probably coached her into suing and bringing this to the public. Higher people was behind this because they knew all what Diddy was doing. Come on,
absolutely.
In, Nasir.
Absolutely, Positive Vibes. And what's the brother name that's on the platform?
Brother Tom.
Brother Tom. Your information is impeccable, brother. I just gotta let you know that. Everything's on point, bro. They held it. That's one of their things that they'll do. They held it. He like you say, he brought it on himself. It's the same thing that Kanye West did. The same exact thing he did when he started talking about the deal that he made with the people that he was affiliated with. He started complaining, but Then he started coming to us. They love to circle around, back around, and come back to us when they're in trouble. But prior to that, they don't give a damn about us. I agree with everything that you said concerning that situation. I remember when Byron Allen was suing. I forgot. I think it was. I don't know if it was. I think it was. Which cable company? Was it? I think it was Comcast. He was. I remember he was suing Comcast because he wanted to buy a network, and he did go up to the Breakfast Club trying to get some support. That's the playbook that these Negroes use when they're trying to get back in with us. But Diddy, he tried to get too big for what they call too big for his britches. And when you're going to do something, I'm going to put it like this. When you're going to do something to empower yourself, you can't tell the people that you're doing it. So with all the money you had or have, you telling me you couldn't empower yourself without the help of these people? You got to go running your mouth to them and talking about them before the world? He let his left hand know what his right hand was doing and let the world know too. Again, they saw him as being tyrannical. This system is theirs. You're not going to control anything in their system. It's theirs.
I don't want to cut you off, Nazir. I'm gonna let you stay. I want you to, speak. How did we get so far away from the Messenger's program, as far as doing for self, but bringing it all in under one umbrella? How did we get away from that?
They gave us their jobs.
It's that bad, brother. It's that bad.
Tommy said they gave us the jobs. What do you think, Brother Nazir?
I agree with the brother. And that served as a very expensive pacifier. And nobody wants to seek justice. It's about them getting the bag today. Brother, look what has become of one of the most revolutionary groups ever to enter in hip hop. Back in 1989, 1990, Professor Griff was thrown under the bus.
Yes, sir.
By Chuck D.
Yes, sir.
He was thrown under the bus. I talk to him about that all the time. Over an interview that Chuck was supposed to do. He sent Griff to do it.
Yes, sir.
And Griff talked to Dave Mills, the brother who was working on The Wire, talked to him. And just like the good brother said, that's on the platform, Dave Mills and Griff was having a good conversation until his white girlfriend came in. Then his whole demeanor changed.
Yes, sir.
And that's how everything got out over a book that their scholars compiled the information. All Griff said was what they said in the book.
Yes, sir.
And he got in a lot of trouble over that. Russell Simmons kicked him out the group. How do you get suspended from a rap group, brother?
Yes, sir.
He got suspended for a few years, came back, and then been thrown under the bus several times since. He said he would never deal with them again. Him and Flav, he said he'll never deal with them. He said he's going to do something to him, but he went to the minister for counsel. Minister said, just don't deal with him no more. He's been doing his own thing since then. But they threw him under. You see what they're doing, brother, in the politics supporting Bernie Sanders and the whole nine. I'm like, what?
Let me and I'm gonna let you continue, but me and you was going to be doing this demonstration anyway. I believe it was on hip hop, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's salute Miss Parker. So I want you and Tommy, I want y'all to brainstorm for a good 30 seconds. Was Public Enemy the greatest hip hop group of all time? Finish, Nazir, and then I want you to come in, Tommy and Nazir. I want y'all to elaborate on Public Enemy.
Let the brother go first. I'm getting a phone call from my wife, okay?
Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna mute your mic. Go ahead. Tommy, was Public Enemy the greatest group in hip hop?
I don't know if I would say that. It depends on what you like. You know what I'm saying? Like, naturally, Shank Rock, that was the era we grew up in, and yo, that was a golden era. That was an era that I really remember, because honestly, I got a lot of my politics in my music there. You understand? And Public Enemy let me know about Farrakhan, because Public Enemy was my formal introduction to Minister Louis Farrakhan. Okay, he was the first. Chuck D was the first person I heard screaming Farrakhan. And I was saying, everybody was saying, who was Farrakhan? Who was Farrakhan? Oh, that's Farrakhan.
Yes, sir.
That's facts. We ain't know who he was.
You understand? So today you don't have that. See, back then the rappers would point you to Farrakhan. Today they're gonna point you to Miley Percocets and
tell them, brother,
and the big booties and the lean. You know what I mean? It's like, look, bro, understand the play, right? Family. This is not by accident, right? That we in the situation that we in. Shank Rock, you said, look, how did we get in this situation and away from the minister message? It's simple, bro. They gave us better jobs. And guess what? They made it so you could get in school. Okay, they made it so you thought that they told you if you didn't go to school, right? They made sure they put this around to us, that if you ain't go to school, and listen to how they drove the message to us, that if you didn't go to school, you shouldn't be respected. Listen, it was a pitch to sell tuitions. You understand? For people that they knew, that most of them they not gonna even employ. But listen, the thing is, you bought the tuition and rap music, right? The thing is to sell you the streets, right? Knowing that the only thing the streets gonna get you is them penitentiary walls. Remember who I told you they built that system for, right? Who they aim that music at. See, listen, you don't understand. Look, young Brad can listen to that music and not get involved in the behaviors. You know why? Because that life is not available to young Brad when he walk out of his door. When young Brad walk out of his door from his suburban home, listen, He can't walk up the block and jump in the car with his friends and go do a drill. That life not available to young Brad. But when you go to young Malik and young Scooter, well, it's different from them when they listen to the music. See, when they walk outside, that culture and that life is readily available to them. Heavily influenced by the music and the Molly Percocets. You think that give you the spirit to want to win? You think that give you the spirit to want to succeed, or do that give you the or is that gonna give you the spirit to want to destroy? All right, listen. When the minister was talking to us, right, and telling us to do for self, and they seen that we was listening, you know what they started doing, bro? They started figuring out how could they combat us sticking together, because that's a problem. Because we make up the largest spending consumer class.
Yes.
That's a problem, bro. If you and I create a business and we start spending our money with each other, do you know what that do to their system? How do they recover from that when we make up the largest spending class? No, they need our money to keep the economy afloat.
Yes,
you
sir.
gotta work. You can't be owning stuff. All right, listen. The reason why they can insult you and Vlad don't have to apologize is this. He don't need you for nothing. You need him for everything. See them dudes, they walk away from Vlad's show and they ain't gonna get the kind of views they would get on Vlad's show. You feel where I'm coming from?
Yes,
because
sir.
His own people mess with Vlad more than they really mess with him. They only mess with him because he on Vlad's show. When you should have just built your, I would have really respected more that you built your own show from the door. Because once you associated with him, right, and then you fall out with him, what you gonna do? You're gonna fall out with Vlad because Vlad is a coward. And you gotta expect the coward to do some 304 stuff.
Yes, sir.
So you know it's only gonna be a matter of time before Vlad do some 304 stuff. Because he is a coward. Vlad not the kind of guy who gonna say what he feel to you in your face. He not. And yo, I had to learn this in business, right? Because listen, I'm from the business where if something go wrong, you know, it is what it is. You know, you do what you gotta do. But yo, when you get in business, it's not like that. When you get in business in the world, it's not like that. You understand? People gonna take you to court. People gonna sue you. People gonna wanna know, you know what I'm saying? People gonna wanna know what's the best avenues to shut you down. Yep. They not coming to bust you upside your head. They not coming, bro. You see what they did to Diddy? They took his livelihood.
That's what it's about.
You understand where I'm coming from? Listen, they couldn't have hurt him worse. Listen, because they made him.
Tell them.
Listen, they don't need Diddy. They can make they keep a Diddy. They keep a Diddy.
Tell them, brother. Tell them.
Yo, you think it's hard? Let me tell you what Diddy job is, right? Diddy job is this. Yo, they heard about he hear about Notorious Big. He like Notorious Big. He'll go to Bedford-Stuyvesant and holler at Notorious Big. Clive Davis not going to Bedford-Stuyvesant.
Exactly.
All right, that's not happening. Tommy Mottola not going to Queensbridge. That's not happening. Jimmy Iovine not going to Compton to talk the game. He need Jimmy Henchman. But you see what they do to those guys after they finish with them? They throw them in jail.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Because, yo, they keep one of you, Suge Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they like Snoop Dogg, but they ain't going to Long Beach. Okay, listen. That's why they got Diddy. That's why they got Dr. Dre. That's why they got Jimmy Henchman. That's why they got P. Diddy. That's why they got Suge Knight. He the liaison between the ghetto and higher society. Because the ghetto got the talent. But who gonna go to the ghetto? The ghetto dangerous. Send those black guys in there.
Exactly.
Bro, they keep a Diddy. Okay? And how we got so far away from the minister message, Shank Rock. Easy. Listen, they let you move around now. They say some of y'all can come on. Some of y'all can move right there. We not gonna say nothing. We not gonna give y'all a hard time. Just don't try to own no business. Look, we gonna let you work right here so you can afford to pay to live right there. But listen, as long as you got this job, you feel safe. As long as you got this job, they feel safe. Because they cover you and you're not going to bite the hand that feeds you. And if you get out of line, they'll take that life they let you build. So you will stay in line. See, listen, the more of a person you can control, the less you got to fear them. See, if they can control your daily survival, they can always understand that they don't need to worry about you. They don't have to fear you. But you go start opening businesses and thinking for yourself, now they got to fear you. Now they got to compete and make you not want to do that. They got to get you to go to school so they can sell you these pieces of paper that they know most of you ain't going to be able to do nothing with except talk about. You know what I mean? But you're going to be paying for them until you old, right? And if you don't pay for them, they'll make your life HELL. You know what I'm saying? So the moral of the story is it's just like jail. You feel me? Remember when guys used to come home from jail back in the 80s, Shank Rock, when they used to be sharp? And you see how they are when they come home now, they looking for the drugs. And like, back, you know why? Because back then they ain't have cable TV. Back then they ain't have tablets where you could just be in your cell and visit your people on the phone. And you know what I'm saying? Like the more comfortable they make it for you, the less you gonna want to better yourself. The more comfortable you gonna be there. See, back then, guys wasn't comfortable there. It wasn't all of this stuff to do. They was in the library. They was in the law library. They was into education. They was trying to get better. Now, dudes go in jail. He trying to get in shape. He trying to get waves in his head. You know what I'm saying? He want to watch Sports Center. He want get on the tablet so he can watch his girl. You know what I'm saying? And make sure ain't nobody over there with her. He want, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He want. Listen, they make sure that they gonna hurry up and get him back now. So they make sure he don't do nothing in here to better himself. Because as long as he ain't gonna do nothing in here to better himself, when he get out, he gonna hurry up and get back and occupy that bunk. See, that bunk need to be filled for this system to go.
Revolving door, brother.
You understand where I'm coming from? See, it ain't really so much a justice as it is about that bunk need to be filled. Listen, that bunk paid for that courthouse.
Oh, definitely.
All
that
right.
Bunk pays that guard salary.
Yeah, that bunk paid for that whole system. All right, that bunk start helping. Listen, bro, that bunk is serious. All right, they need that bunk filled, and the longer they can fill that bunk, the less they ain't got to worry about the future of their multi-billion-dollar institution that they built that they call a prison. All right, where they make you the product. All right, you're going to be the product. You understand? And for the most part, this is a self-contained unit because the inmates run it. The inmates normally keep this system afloat. And they working for free for real.
Yeah, without the occupants of the jail, it's just an empty warehouse, brother. So they gotta have
where I'm coming from. So
exactly.
so you gotta keep that bed full. Okay, they gotta aim this system at somebody. They not about to aim it at them. All right, listen, they know the conditions of my people. That's why I tell you, like I tell my people, listen, the Democrats, they at the heart of this ghetto stuff. If they ain't show you at this election, they should have. Okay, because everything they done was ratchet, and that show you what they think of us. We got so far away from the minister message because they promised you freedom through their employment, and they gonna give you a job. The minister told you the key is to do for self and be independent of them. But if you go and be independent of them, what they gonna do with their system that they aimed at you, that they aiming at you? Because listen, it's not no rule against you building your own society. People do it all the time. Because society can't tell you you can't build your own society. You listen, ain't nothing stopping black people from building a school. Ain't nothing stopping black people from building banks. You know what's stopping them? You know what's stopping them? They want to get a nice job so they could buy a nice house, so they can live in a nice neighborhood, so they can take pictures of it and put it on Instagram and show everybody that they made it. Because everybody just worried about me. You understand? The first thought is, self-preservation. So you can't blame them. And how was we taught to survive? You get a job. That's what my mom and my daddy told me. Get a job. Get a job. Get a job. Get a job. I had to learn on my own that if you just get a job, you probably gonna struggle. You probably gonna struggle. And if you get a really good skill, and even if you get a really good job, you probably still gonna struggle. Because I see people all the time with really good jobs, bro, and they all still struggling. You know what I'm saying? So, listen. Their job is to keep you dependent. Your job is to figure out how to get independent. Because as long as you dependent, you under their authority. You can't really be dependent on me and not do what I say. You can't really live in my system. And think you can compete with me about the rules of it. Because I made the rules to the system and I change them as I please because it's my system. So if I need to change the rules to fit something you doing, yo, you know how many dudes went to jail for 1 million years for marijuana? Marijuana ain't changed. Why is it legal now? Ain't nothing changed about marijuana. It been getting you high since it was marijuana. What changed is they figured out a way to tax it. Once they figured out a way to tax it, it ain't that bad no more. Same thing they did with liquor.
Prohibition.
You understand where I'm coming from? Bro, follow the money. Black, bro, we make up the biggest consumer class. We spend all the money. If we get independent and start spending the money with each other, bro, the system can't really handle that. Yo, our dollar only circulate in our community for a couple hours because we don't own nothing. Yo, that's by design. Bro, have you ever tried to own something as a black man? Bro, let me tell you something. They got some regulations for your butt. Regulations that I'm telling you, they don't hit everybody. Some of them be so stupid and dumb. But for you, they gonna apply, trust me. They gonna apply more than you. They gonna make sure you're not comfortable here. You're gonna definitely have to be good. Cause you ain't getting no breaks. All right, the minister, we got away from the minister message, bro. Because we always looking for the easy way. The easy way always seemed like the way our people want to go. See, standing up and doing it on your own means you're going to have to believe in you. You can't just go and believe in somebody's system. When you gotta just believe in you, you know you gotta know you good. When you believe in is you.
Exactly.
Is you really? We gonna see is you really like that. All right. When you really like that, you believe in you. You ain't got no problem with it. But when you just talking, you already know. You already know. All right, look. I ain't under the impression that everybody need to do that. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we ain't gonna get no further than we are until enough. You see how we keep going, getting worse and worse? That's because we not getting no better. We just looking for a way to get it easier and easier. You ain't gonna do the work. Yo, freedom ain't gonna never come without a struggle. You gonna have to fight for it.
And your enemy definitely not gonna free you. You gotta free yourself.
Why would he? That's not in his interest.
Let me let brother Nazir slide in on that thought right there. Slide in, Nazir.
Yes, sir. I see it like this. to coattail on what the brother was saying, is you asked the question, how do we get away from what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has taught us? Is that they made some of us executives and they gave them nearness to themselves. So a lot of us thought we have risen above the condition of our people because of what we have financially. Now, as far as like PE, where you said is that the best group, when it came to the information, I would say emphatically yes, when it came to the information, because hip hop, music in general, but I'm going to speak about hip hop, made us respond in a certain way. When something happened, it made us respond, because back in the late 80s and the 90s, we had the minister on. We had either the minister, we had Dr. Ava, and we had Dr. Khaled on a lot of the records. And that gave us that revolutionary spirit when something happened. And when something happened, we responded because of what we were listening to. So they had to, sort of have a meeting to put a stop to that. And the trajectory started changing as far as the type of music that was made. Because just imagine the number one song on the radio back in 1990, 89, Fight the Power, okay? And something happened, that's what we did. We fought the power. And if the number one song today is Licking Like a Lollipop or WAP or one of these other songs, we're going to respond like that. That's how our young people respond today, because they don't care, because that's on their minds. Now, again, they had that meeting in 1989, the record executives and the prison industrial complex, and they married criminality and the jail culture to hip hop. They took away all the revolutionary spirit and what we were talking about, like X-Clan, Poor Righteous Teachers, PE, KRS-One, Brand Nubians, what we were talking about back then made us respond a certain way. It even made their children respond a certain way. And the fact that PE had the ears and the minds of their children made it really dangerous, because when you go to a PE concert back then, you saw a whole lot of white people there. White people were there doing the slam dancing and resonating with what Chuck D was saying. As far as like Diddy's job was, I don't know if he knew or not. I don't know if he was a willing participant, but it seems to me that he was, and he knew. His job was to destroy hip hop. That was his job. To destroy hip hop, corrupt hip hop, and be the face of nefariousness. That was his job, to do that.
Ain't that what the strictly, not to cut you off, ain't that what the strictly hip hoppers, the backpackers, ain't that why they was mad at P. Diddy? Finish,
Yes.
brother Nasir.
Yes, sir. They were mad at him because he was taking the authenticity out of hip hop. You know, the brother Suge Knight said it briefly at the Source Awards. And I think accompanied with a few other people from New York, helped to destroy hip hop. With the music, I mean, people, and then some of the OGs in hip hop played a part in it too. Because if it's not according to what hip hop was intended, it shouldn't be called hip hop. It should be called whatever it's called. Give it another name. But when you have OGs in hip hop saying, let them do their thing, this and that, this and that. If it's not according to the founding fathers format, which is questionable to me, because I knew hip hop before it was on record. And a lot of things that they're saying concerning hip hop is, I don't rock with it. Because some of these dudes I don't even know. I don't even know them. Haven't heard it. I heard about them. They came around in the 80s. I didn't see them before then. But I knew about hip hop since the 70s. And as far as like PE, I knew some of those brothers before PE, when they was Spectrum City, when they was in the rank and file in the Nation of Islam in New York. Muhammad's Mosque number 7. Griff brought those brothers to the nation. Chuck, Brother James is down in Baltimore now. He's in the mosque with Brother Carlos. A few of those brothers were brought to the Nation of Islam by Brother Griff. And that's how they got the teachings. Yet when we start thinking that we have arrived as a people, you think you can just let go of what got you to the point that you're at now. They should have never let go the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad because they got money. If the brothers had just stay in the teachings and remember what's on the back of the final call, they will continue their journey on what they were doing, because they was only supposed to stay in the industry 2 years and get out. But people want to be rock stars now, getting with, Be Real and Bono and forming rock groups and stuff now. Chuck D's in a rock group called Prophets of Rage. And that, making money as an artist. But how could you throw your brother who shared your birthday with you under the bus? Professor Griff and Chuck D birthday the same day. And they knew each other since they were children. See, that money, brother, I'm telling you, that money, you have, it's brothers who have been friends for decades and years, but when that money comes into the equation, it messes everything up. The OJ said it, brother, you're steal from your brother, you rob your own mother for the love of money. And for the love of money, you will sell your boy out. You will throw him under the bus. You will leave him out to dry. Chuck took the group with him. It was Flavor Flav and Chuck that was signed to Def Jam. Griff was never signed to Def Jam. S1s was never signed to Def Jam. It was just Chuck and Flav. They broke them off of what they made. That's how it was. And then when they broke Griff off, Griff broke the S1s off of what they made. It trickled down. He brought them because they only wanted to sign Chuck, really, tell the truth. Yet, whatever was working, you see the kind of music they make now, and it's not like it was past, I'll say, The Enemy Strikes Black, or probably The Greatest Misses. It started getting different. And if you look at the S1s, it's not as sharp as they was when Griff had them. They did a stream one day, and I asked the brothers. I thought y'all said you want to be an S1. Griff will tell you when. I thought that's what y'all said because he had the brothers cracked. Brother Shank know what a crack soldier is. You call those cadences, and the brother is on it. You can call a 40-step cadence in advance and say march, and the brother do it on the button. They're not like that no more. Revolutionary spirit is gone. They're not crack soldiers no more. They're standing around on stage. And a lot of brothers are overweight. They're not doing it like they used to do it. I told the brother, I said, I used to go to the concerts a lot. I don't even want to go no more because why? I don't see how it used to be. Flav's jumping around on stage above 60 years old. Everybody is above 60. Everybody is. The lyrics still resonate, but it's not the same. I want to see those brothers crack soldiers like they used to be, but it's not like that. The meeting in 1989 for the prison industrial complex changed the trajectory of hip hop, and it hasn't been the same since. If you look at what's going on now, and the brothers who come out with the what I would call authentic hip hop, they don't get no play because the radio programmers and the people don't want to hear what I would consider hip hop. People don't want to hear it. So myself, I just go get the artists that resonate with me. But the rest of that stuff, I don't, I just don't. I don't listen to it. I listen to a throwback station that play old stuff because what they putting out today, I don't understand, brother. I don't know why they call it that. I don't know why they call it hip hop. But when they started becoming big Negroes, executives, that changed everything, and they took the authenticity out of hip hop. I digress right there, brother. I land my plane right there.
Yo, they gave us this group, right, called NWA. And it really changed hip hop forever. Because keep in mind, at that time, right, we had what we call underground rappers at the time. They wasn't gangster rappers. They was just like underground. And we had our favorite underground MCs like we had our favorite groups, right? And we had our Cool G Raps, Schoolie G's, and guys like that.
Yes.
What was close. But NWA had the shock value of the first edition of gangster rap. All right, that was the birth of gangster rap.
Indeed.
NWA. Okay. NWA, right, was so big and so large, right, that they was the first group, right, that records was consistent platinum and never got radio play.
Yes, sir.
It was unheard of at the time. That's how they pumped music through the system and made sure all the ghettos was playing that music.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Group right there, you couldn't sell a Public Enemy album. It was hard. Poor Righteous Teachers, you couldn't sell a PRT album.
Absolutely.
You feel me? Got rid of all your YZ and your X-Clan. And they got rid of all of those X, okay?
Yes,
and started favoring the more hardcore. I mean, they even buried X like Big Daddy Kane.
Yes, sir.
Who for the time we was in at the time was considered hard. You know what I'm saying? But when NWA came out, it was next level with the violence. You understand? And you understand how young people react to TV. Listen, music and videos was TV. It's real.
Yes, sir.
You ever heard DJ Vlad in this interview, and I forget who he was talking to? He said, you know, when I was growing up, you couldn't tell me Ice Cube wasn't a gangster. You couldn't tell me Ice Cube wouldn't come in here and unalive everybody. You know what I'm saying? And at the moment, right, when I was listening to Vlad say that, I thought the same thing. You know, I thought Ice Cube was a gangbanger. I didn't know Ice Cube wasn't a gangbanger. And at that time, you could have never told me he wasn't a gangbanger.
Me and you both, brother.
See, so you understand how that music influenced the way I think. And when it influenced the way you think, it's going to influence the way you think is going to reflect in your behavior. Because the way you think dictates your behavior. Okay, and if you think like a criminal, you're going to behave like one. And if you behave like a criminal, you're going to eventually be in jail.
Eventually.
And you understand it was designed to do. Okay, to get that bump fit. All right, we got I ain't trying to go ahead. So I'm going to digress.
Let me let the brother YJ slide in. Salute, Lush. Salute, Lush. Slide in, YJ.
Salute, YJ.
Yeah, what's good, Shank? Tommy, I think that is, and Brother Nasir, what's good? What's good? All I really, I kind of came in on when Brother Nasir was talking about, you know, what we're hearing and what we're seeing today, and I kind of got a different point of view when it comes to that, because I've seen great things out of hip hop this year, but I'm not listening to the radio. I'm going, you know, I'm looking and you got to search it out and find it. Freddie Gibbs dropped a crazy project. Jordan Lucas earlier this year dropped a crazy project. Ab Soul dropped some from Herbert to the last project. Like I feel like there is still music out here, hip hop / rap music out here for people who like bars, lyrics, double entendres, and different, you know. It's just it's not a matter of, you know, the radio playing it now like how they was back in the day where they would actually play music that had some substance to it. But it's like nowadays, I just go out and I search it and I find it. So you know.
I agree. I mean, that's what I do, brother. You know, those who I like the aforementioned names that you mentioned, I just put their name in, and like LL Cool J's album was hot to me.
At our age, it's different because we know what we're looking for, right? And
yes, exactly.
We don't necessarily participate in what's going on in culture, right? But our young world, they participate in what's going on in the culture, and what's going on in the culture is drilling. All right, look. See, you and I, we gonna go and search out, you know, but you can't tell that Rakim is a MC than Kodak Black. They not trying.
Exactly.
You understand where I'm
and it's because it's real significant that you mentioned drill too, because that's exactly what they're doing with that music too. They playing it so much that they drilling it into the young brothers and the sisters' head. It's, you know, that's real significant that they will actually call it that.
You see how the music influenced the thinking influenced the behavior. Okay, so the brothers gonna be on the street drilling. Okay, and think about drilling, right? Okay, you can't get the clout for drilling unless you do what? You gotta
put in some type of work.
So did the music influence the culture, or did the culture influence the music?
Well, I really listen. I ain't really sure. That's not a question because look, the culture spawned the music.
My bad. Hold up, y'all. My bad. It's an echoing. My bad, Tommy. Hold up.
Let me come back. I think that's me doing that. I'll be back.
Say something, Tommy.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. And go ahead, Tommy. Come back up, YJ. Come back up. Just mute your mic when you come back up, YJ. Go ahead, Tommy.
You see, the music influenced the culture. The music because oh, am I still echoing?
No, you good. He gonna mute his mic, Tommy. Go ahead. You good.
Oh, okay. So the music and the what I'm saying is right, they might be drilling over here in Chicago, right? But you can trust me, they wasn't drilling in York, Pennsylvania 2 years ago. They drilling in York, Pennsylvania now. That's what I mean when I say the music influenced the culture. Okay, because before this drill music, they was not drilling in York, Pennsylvania. York, Pennsylvania didn't know nothing about a drill. That's what I mean when I say the music influenced the culture. Because it was just like how gang banging influenced the culture. Because I never knew nothing about gang banging growing up in East Baltimore. But with NWA, I was fully abreast with what gang banging was and what it was about. And that kind of music influenced the culture. Okay? And like the brother said, that meeting let me know that NWA was the test run. It worked.
Brother, you're absolutely correct. People don't know that Jerry Heller was an industry plant. He was sent to them to be, to bring NWA as a challenge to the brothers who were spitting that revolutionary music. But it sort of backfired when it come to Ice Cube anyway, because Ice Cube ended up coming east after he left NWA and getting with the Bomb Squad and recorded some good music, and he also joined the rank and file at one time.
Yeah, but the gangster music was solidified by then.
You're absolutely correct. Yeah, absolutely correct. And then he went when he got with John Singleton, and John Singleton told him that he can do movies. Then he started going in that direction, and he actually got a good project. I actually like his new joint he just dropped. It's pretty good.
But what we gotta remember is this, most importantly, was that Ice Cube wasn't doing none of that stuff. So it was nothing for him to go over here and do this and do that because he was never any of that.
Exactly. And that's the crazy part about that. A lot of these brothers are not any of that. It's crazy how they would give allegiance to the street on wax, but they are far removed from the streets.
Right.
When it comes to their everyday life, how they live. Children in private school, they living in the hills somewhere, but the only time you see them is when they're recording a video in the hood. That's crazy to me, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, it puts out the wrong imagery.
Exactly.
Gives a certain optics when it comes to it. But
Exactly.
I think a lot of it's the culture. Gang culture is different now. When you look at, for instance, gang culture from the early Bloods and Crips of Cali to the Gangsta Disciples in Chicago, in the inception of it, when it comes down to it, there was more, yeah, they was doing some fuck shit, but it was more, you know, it was some political things going on, and some may say that was just a front. Well, at least they was trying to front. Now, gang culture, I feel like when we talk about drill, we're talking about gang culture, even if the gang that they talking about is just 3 square blocks of Atlanta, 3 square blocks of Jacksonville, Florida. The gang culture is so different now that I think that is what's more influencing the music than anything is the culture, and is the music. It just becomes by default a microcosm of what's going on from city to city. Like how you said, it's gangs in Pittsburgh, it's gangs in Baltimore, gangs in places, you know, Gary, Indiana, like anywhere you look, it's some gang stuff going on. So I tend to think the music has less of an influence than some might say, and I think the culture overall has more of an influence than the music of it. You know, that's the soundtrack of what's going on. But when it comes down to it, when you look at just the social landscape, social environment, that's what's going on. Like,
I just think we got to do better. You know what I mean? Like,
Indeed.
I mean, you know, all in all, right? We got a young world. Yo, bro, they headed for self-destruction. All right, straight up. I see what's going on, and bro, it's not getting no better. You know what I mean? It's like I'm looking at how it's moving, and each generation is worse than the next. And if this generation gonna raise the babies, yo, we in trouble. You just don't know what I see. You understand where I'm coming from? It's like, bro, we gotta get a handle on this.
See,
it only happens household to household. That's the only way it's gonna change. That's
the you know, if they knew that this generation that's here now and that's coming was going to be the warriors. So they had to do what they did in order for them to not be the warriors they have potential to be. If you see what they're pushing in the schools, what they're socializing, you know, in addition to how they did hip hop, you know, what they're socializing today when it comes to our little brothers and sisters and what they're okaying today. I don't want to mention it because, you know, it's my brother's platform. In addition to, they making everything okay for our young brothers and sisters to do, in addition to the self-destructive behavior in hip hop. All of this was by design as far as what hip hop has become. It's not coincidental. It's by design, because a lot of brothers told me that their project was shelved because of the revolutionary content. They want them to make the music that's being made. No originality. Everything sounded damn same, except those rebels who are out there putting out that good hip hop. But if you look at the mainstream, listen to the mainstream, it's about the self-destructive behavior. Because I remember a time when they had listening parties before they put the project out. The executives will listen and they said, well, we can't put this out. We can't put that out because of the content. Now, the raunchier the project, the better it is for them, because they want to portray us and our ugliness all over the world, because I feel it's a conspiracy to destroy the art form and to make us the faces of very nefarious behavior as if they don't, partake in that type of behavior. But look at all the nefariousness that's going on and look who they putting their faces on. They're putting our faces on it.
Well, my thing is, I think my only thing with that is how our music influences their culture. So why would they push the negative, aspect of our culture to the masses, and in turn it's influencing their own people? That's almost like self-sabotage. You see what I'm saying?
It's different though.
It's like the brother Tommy said, those warehouses are not for their children. They're for ours. It's for us and our children. In my case, our children and grandchildren. They're for us.
And it's like I said, right? Like maybe Billy can listen to that music. It's fine that Billy listened to that music. Why? Because when Billy walk out the house, bro, this life not available to him. Right. He's not going to hop in the car with his friends and go do a drill because they don't do that where he's from.
Right.
He can want to be as gangster as Billy can want to be as gangster. He can dress like it. He can talk like it. But that's as far as he gonna get. See, it's different with a lot of our sons. Because a lot of our sons listen to that music and walk out the house, and that life is available to them.
Right.
See, that's the difference.
It was just a question because I still feel like I still feel like for them, as influential as hip hop culture is, yeah. I understand what you're saying. I still can't wrap my mind around it, but I get what you're saying when it comes to when, we walk outside, we see it, and they, walk outside and it's different. They put it in their car, and that's them listening to the music and it being a form of entertainment. It's not their reality. So there's a difference there. So I do see that.
Can I ask a question, brothers?
Sure, bro.
Who won the East Coast West Coast rivalry?
The industry.
Jesus, bro, what a question.
That's the answer I was looking for. The YJ gave it. That's the answer I was looking for.
Yeah, they did. What they promoted, what they reported on MTV, from all the MTV news segments that they did. Y'all remember MTV News, breaking news and stuff? They used to pop up with all that East Coast versus West Coast beef and all that.
The magazines too.
Yeah, Vibe.
That's the one I was looking for, brother. You gave it. They won. They
feeding that stuff, and you know what, bro? I did. It wasn't until I was older and watched it and saw how and broke it down for myself how they fed this crap to sell these magazines, and they really instigated that.
Your brother Pac himself said it. He said it on MTV. The Snoop was standing there looking scared. When he and Snoop was doing the interview on MTV, I think they had just finished filming the video Gangsta's Party. Pac said that the industry and the media was fueling the beef between the rivals.
Right.
He said it was MTV, the magazines, they were fueling the fire when it came to the rivalry. He said he will talk. He said he will talk to Big. They set that up along with some other so-called executives that were willing participants in doing that also.
You know what, bro?
The one in question now that's in a whole lot of damn trouble, Mr. Baby Oil.
Now that you said that, bro, I remember Dame Dash was doing an interview and they was asking him something. And they was like, look, man, won't y'all just see if what y'all could do to squash some of these beefs? And I remember Dame Dash was saying, you want to you want to see what we could do to squash the beefs, but you keep talking about it every time we come in here. All right.
Yep.
Every time we get in one of these, y'all keep saying y'all want to see how can we squash the beef. If y'all really wanted to squash the beef, y'all wouldn't talk about it.
Exactly.
Y'all wouldn't ask us nothing about it if y'all really wanted to see it stop. I remember that.
I remember that, brother. Real talk.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And yo, you know what? Now, yeah, bro, they really fueled that stuff, bro, that jumped off. And it's, bro, we lost some good people. We lost some strong brothers, bro.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that, brother. You know, like the brother Pac, you know what I'm saying? Both of those brothers, you know, I was around, I had the pleasure to be around those brothers.
Young brothers, man.
You know, they was young. They was young, 20s. And we lost them way. They would have been, they was big when they left here, but they would have been something, especially with their maturity. They would have been a lot, they would have been a lot bigger when it came to their maturity now, you know. And to get in indicted hotline now today, as the brother YJ said, it is Vlad. He's the get indicted hotline. You want to get indicted? Go over there and spill your shit. I mean, spill your that's all.
Bro, it ain't just him. You go see that
Adam 12 and all them other people.
And that dude, what's his name? The black dude, the little fat dude. You go see him, the same thing. Academics.
Yeah, DJ Academics, yep. Exactly.
He really trying to do an investigation. I'm like, yo, he really trying to send a dude to, yo, what? And then I'm like, but, and you understand, right? His audiences, he share audience with Vlad and No Jumper. They all share audience. That audience is big, huge, okay? And they all competing with each other for the views of them of their audience. You understand?
There's some of their aspirations too, like a Academics. His aspiration is to be just like dude, just like Vlad.
Right.
And he's using his format to be just like him. All because, you know, he gets some likes and he gets some views and he gets some YouTube money.
But I just want to know why they don't call him a culture vulture, because he won too. Yo, a lot of that.
I agree. He's a culture vulture.
A lot of that stuff going on in Chicago. Yo, he was at the root of the problem.
He's a culture vulture.
He got rich over there in Chicago with keeping that stuff, instigating that stuff, bro.
He is a culture vulture. You don't necessarily gotta be, you know, anybody who take from the culture and don't give to it is a culture vulture. Right. And serve to our detriment is a culture vulture, and he's a culture vulture among other. He got some company. He got a whole lot of company being a culture.
You know, this dude really sitting here like trying to investigate the crime. Yo, he really sitting here trying to investigate the crime. And then you really sitting here asking this man some stuff that could have him in trouble.
Yeah.
Some stuff that
they sit there and they incriminate themselves, bro. I mean, I don't understand how they do that. I can't understand the gravitational pull that Vlad have on some of these brothers who go on his platform. I don't understand.
They chasing clout. And when they chasing clout, the last person you want to run into is somebody like Adam 22, Adam No Jumper. You want the last person you want to run into is academics. The last person you want to run into is DJ Vlad when you chasing clout. Because let me explain something to you. They're going to make sure you get the clout and everything that come along with it. You see when that dude, what's his name? YBC Young Dog went on No Jumper. Yo, he had that dude do all he done. That dude landed that plane coming back from No Jumper beefing with the whole Philadelphia. Yo, he ain't last 2 days.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct, bro.
Yo,
You're
that
right.
young, I knew when he
Lined them right up. Lined them up.
Yo, Adam No Jumper brought them straight to No Jumper and lined them up and then sent them back to Philadelphia. He tossed them right back in the smoke. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed, bro.
And I'm sitting there like, bro, you really went up here. He was chasing clout. And he was telling Adam, look, I got to get me and my family out the trenches. If I don't get me and my family out the trenches, and I'm listening to him thinking, Shorty, you ain't going to make it. What you mean you going to get them out the trenches? If they banking on you, they going to be in the trenches because you ain't going to make it. Sure enough, he got off that plane from Cali back to Philly. 2 days later, he was out of here.
Yep, I remember that, bro.
You feel me? Yo, Adam helped set that in motion. He knew what Shorty was saying was going to get him hurt.
Yeah, that's the kind of questions he asks, bro. He asks those incriminating questions, or he'll ask those questions that cause beef. He asks, that's his main motive, is to line you up either with the one you beefing with or the police. That's what he do.
You got to understand his audience, right? His audience consists of mostly, right, those people we was talking about. Those white guys, they like the culture, all right? They influence mentally but not physically to where they really get physically involved. It's like they them animals in the cage. If they just stand back, they could watch No Jumper. No Jumper gonna bring the animals up to his cage, and he gonna play with them in front of his audience, and they going and let the animals entertain them. You understand where I'm coming? That's the dog and
pony. Exactly what you're saying, brother. Our detriment is very entertaining to them.
Right, it's like, you know what? How you would go to the zoo, you want to see the lions, but you don't want to get too close to them. Like they want to see the ghetto, but they don't want to go to the ghetto. They don't want to be too close to the ghetto.
They're fascinated. Fascination, brother.
If they watch No Jumper, they can see the ghetto. They ain't got to worry about going. You know what I'm saying? You can get the animals and they no Adam gonna bring them to the cage and play with them. All right, the animal, he chasing food. You feel me? Adam got a bag for him. He get ready to perform for these bananas. You know what I'm saying? So Absolutely. Adam, listen. Notice if you watch No Jumper, all these tough ass gangsters, right? None of them ever bucking on Adam. They always bucking on Flacco, the one from where he from, Utah somewhere. The only one, all these tough ass dudes only buck on him. The one dude that's by himself, not none of the gang stuff, not with none of the BS. He the only one y'all can find to pick on. Let me tell you why, because y'all some chumps for real. Y'all up here, Adam, No Jumper, trying to put. Because I know this a common thread with all of y'all super tough dudes. Y'all always find him to get tough with. Adam talk to y'all crazy. Y'all watch y'all mouth. All right, y'all never get.
That's the truth, bro. That's the truth, right there, bro.
But y'all get reckless quick with this Flacco, this black dude from no frills part of America, who not from Cali, who is not a gangbanger. Somehow y'all always get all this aggression when y'all talking to him. Somehow y'all always want to smack him and beat him up.
That's real talk, bro. You tell the truth, bro. That's the truth.
Like, come on. How long do you think I've been on this earth? All right, I know. Listen, they brought Adam. Adam brought the animals to his cage. He gonna play with them. All right, Adam gonna feed them the platform so they can get the clout. Okay, because you can't be a drill rapper and don't nobody know no drills you done. So Adam gonna give you a platform to let you talk about the drills you done.
Yep.
Adam don't care about the consequences they gonna have on you.
Nope.
Adam only worried about the effects that it got on this show because this show line his pockets.
Let me slide in, y'all. Any last questions before we get out of here, Tommy?
Hey, thanks for coming out. I appreciate y'all. As always, man, it was a pleasure to talk to my brothers. You know, look, I love to be available. I'm always available. If you're not subscribed, make sure y'all subscribe to the Still Swinging Podcast. Family, look, we work hard. We bring you this content. Hit that like button for us. All right? We love y'all.
Make sure y'all hit that like button. Show some support to my good brother, Shank Rock. The pleasure is mine, brother Tommy, chopping it up with you. Brother Shank, can you put your email in the back chat?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it right now. Go ahead and take 3 minutes and give your last words while I put my email in the back chat. Go ahead, you got 3 minutes. Go ahead, brother.
I appreciate this conversation. You know, I came in and, you know, not necessarily the tail end, probably the middle. You know, I was doing some work around the house and I said, oh, my brother's live. Let me go and check him out and show some support, you know. But I appreciate you allowing me to come up and join the conversation. You know, the very intricate, pertinent conversation that's needed, and we need to continue it because it's our culture and our genre of music that's really at stake, you know, because they're trying to through what's going on now as far as this Diddy situation. My honest opinion is they're trying to destroy the art form. They can't, because I'm writing, brothers, excuse me. They can't, because if we love it, we're going to preserve it. It's ours. And I appreciate the conversation. Thank you for allowing me to come up, brother.
Do you see the email in the back chat?
Yes. Okay.
As
yes.
always,
I just wrote it down, brother.
Okay. As always, appreciate you for coming up. I'll leave the chat running. If y'all want to hang around and network, I'll leave the chat running for y'all. Salute. Make sure y'all subscribe to the brother Nazir channel. Make sure y'all subscribe to the brother YJ. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Still Swinger Podcast. I'll leave the chat running and y'all can hang around. Salute everybody. I'll leave the chat.
Is all I need to get me by. Sweet lady, just a little bit. Oh, that's all I want. 'Cause I need your loving tonight. Is you feeling me, baby, baby?
I came into this game like a sinner with a prayer, with only one dream to be the world's famous player. The life that we live sometimes ain't always right. I see you need a father figure to put structure in your life. You got a lot of hood in you, so you call yourself a shit. But beneath it all, I see a sexy head chick who's just looking for a real one who got it together. A nigga that can lead, so you can love forever. Money ain't an issue, cause you got your own stacks. Let me make you feel important and always have your back. I can tell by your hate that you had a bad day. Let me wipe your tears and tell you everything will be okay. Now your friends gon' hate and tell you I'm a bad